Hey everyone, Arb King here. Today I want to talk to you guys about ascenders. Hand ascenders, knee ascenders, foot ascenders. I'm going to show you guys some of the ones that I use and why I use them. Not to be confused with descenders. So first off, a descender such as this Petzl ID. The primary function of a descender is in its name. It's to descend, not to ascend. While some may be used by rope access technicians, even tree climbers have used these to ascend trees before. You can pull rope through these and they will progress capture your way up the rope, but their primary function is to descend down the rope. So this video is not about descenders. This video is about ascenders. Ascenders versus descenders. Ascenders have often, most commonly, a tooth style cam inside. These teeth are quite aggressive and they bite into the rope. When they bite into the rope, they allow you to go up the rope and not down the rope when pressure is applied. When pressure is applied, you are not able to open the door or remove the teeth from the rope, therefore you cannot remove the ascender. Again, primary function of an ascender, go up the rope, not down the rope. This ascender that I'm using right here is a hand ascender by CT. It's the quick roll and it has a pulley built in to the device. This is very, very nice if you want to use a rad system or create mechanical advantage when you're climbing single rope. This is the CT Quick Step. This is my preferred foot ascender. The reason why I use this foot ascender is because this is the CT Quick Step. This is my preferred foot ascender. The reason why I prefer this foot ascender is because I don't kick it out as often. Similar door function, just as the CT hand ascender. Again, goes up the rope, not down the rope. Foot ascenders such as this, most are going to be designed for either your right foot or your left foot. Some, such as the Knot Jet Step, can be used for either foot. This is the Haas V-Locks knee ascender. There's a similar version just called the Haas that has a foot strap built in. This one, the V-Locks, is designed to go through your boot strap or a foot loop that goes on over your boot. This one has the shot cord built into the knee ascender. Very common for most knee ascenders on the market today. Again, on the rope, travels nicely up the rope, does not go down the rope. This is my preferred knee ascender. This knee ascender is one I featured in a video earlier with my DMM Kinesi harness. This one utilizes Camp's Turbo Chest Ascender, also toothed. It has a section of 1/8 inch amp steel spliced in and features the DMM Perfecto carabiner. Up the rope, not down the rope. The last device that I want to talk to you guys about is the CT Crick. This CT Crick is quickly taking the place of my CT hand ascender in my kit. This device does have an ascending function. It also has a built-in pulley, ascending function on the rope, and the door closes. It can go up the rope, but not down the rope. It provides a becket here for you to install a carabiner. I do know that this crick can be used in a variety of rope access and haul applications. Door open, disengage the teeth, off the rope. Hand ascenders can be used for single rope climbing or moving rope systems. If you don't quite have the grip strength maybe you're fatigued. A hand ascender is a great addition to your kit. Can be used in a variety of applications, left up to your imagination. A knee ascender is primarily used for single rope climbing, SRS, or single rope technique. These devices allow you to get up the rope a little bit quicker. A foot ascender can be used for single rope climbing or double rope climbing. The crick. I haven't got a lot of opportunities to climb with it yet, but I'm still finding new ways to employ this in my everyday climbing activities. I'm pretty excited about this one personally. One concern I want to talk to you guys and gals about today before I sign off is what I call becoming gear locked. Since ascenders have a tooth portion in them that will not release when tension is applied, you need room to be able to push the device up the rope in order to disengage the teeth. If you run out of room, you will not have any space to push the device up any longer, causing yourself to get gear locked where you cannot actually release the mechanism. That is something that you want to refrain from because it does take special techniques and climbing procedures to be able to pull rope through the system or advance your life support above the ascender that you're using. So do not become gear locked because you could find yourself in trouble. Thanks everyone, and I appreciate you guys supporting the new channel. Let me know in the comments if you want me to answer some more questions about ascenders. Thanks.